Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see you. My name is Michael Peter Bolus. I'm the director of our liberal arts program here at the Los Angeles Film School. And I'd like to invite you all to join me in welcoming and congratulating the Los Angeles Film School graduating class of September 2024. Graduates! Congratulations, graduates. So excited for you and honored to be able to be here and help you celebrate this amazing accomplishment. We all know how hard you've worked to be here today, and I'm so looking forward to be able to chart your progress as you move into the next chapter of your lives. I know you'll stay in touch. I want you to look behind you just for a second, because I do want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank all of the moms and dads and brothers and sisters and cousins and family and friends who I know have supported you in a variety of different ways during this part of your journey, and will continue to, as will we. So I want you to enjoy today and this weekend, because you know what happens Monday, right? You guys get back to work, right? Okay? Because it's okay, though, because you love what you do. One of the other reasons is I'm so proud of the decisions that you make. So I'm sure you're excited for the next part of your journey. Maybe a little scared. That's okay, too. Just remember what Thomas Edison once said. A lot of people miss opportunity because it wears overalls and looks like hard work. But I know you guys are gonna get at it. And remember what Arthur Ashe said: start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. And that's all anybody can ask of you. I'd like to introduce to the stage now the director of our film program, who is a great cook, a snappy dresser, and a lot of fun at parties. My good friend and colleague, you all know him and love him, Charlie Kenganis.
Thank you, Dr. Bolus. Too kind. As Michael said, I'm Charles Kenganis. I'm the program director of film. Film encompasses three different branches of the school's programs. One, the digital filmmaking program online. Do we have any graduating today? Excellent, excellent. I love when the online students come to live graduation, even though we are beaming out digitally to everybody at home who's graduating as well. The Writing for Film and Television program online. Do we have any Writing for Film and Television graduates here? Excellent, thank you. And the campus film program. And how many campus film graduates do we have? We have a number today, thank you. My journey to this point started in 2009. Your journey started with a question. It might have been asked of you by one of your loved ones here today, a mentor, a brother, a sister, a father, a mother, a teacher, a friend. It might have been when you were 4 or when you were 54. And that is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Back at that time, you might have said, an astronaut, a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, a librarian, many serviceable, wonderful professions. And then there was what you had to do, what you had to do to make money, to take care of yourselves, to take care of your family, and in some cases, to serve our country. And thank you to our military vets. Buckminster Fuller once said, the moment you do what you really want to do in life, it's a different kind of life. I'm going to speak in the analogies of screenwriting, and there was what we call an inciting incident. And an inciting incident is the single event that happens very, very early, like in the first few pages of a screenplay. Actually, the audio, music production students, it relates really to songwriting too. Any storytelling, animation, any storytelling. The inciting incident is the incident that happens to a character that catapults them into change. The single incident. Each of you have your own. Each of you have your own. It might have come to you with regards to a post from an Instagram, from a billboard, which are my daughter's favorites. When you drive around Los Angeles, you see billboards always be creating for the Los Angeles Film School. It could have been from an ad on Hulu, X, Netflix. A lot of these, your future employers. And that was what brought you to the Los Angeles Film School, the inciting incident. Each of you have your own, that event that brought you here to start your journey for a different kind of life. Then I'm going to continue in screenwriting terms with Act 1, which I like to look at as your first academic year, which many of you may remember started here in this very theater at orientation. Sorry, I got to do that. I can't not hear music and dance. It's the Greek in me. Your first academic year started right here in orientation, where you heard from Erica Braun, where you might have heard from Ernesta Mensa about being fearless to make this choice to come here. You had breakout sessions with your program directors, many of them here today, Mac Torluccio, Jessica Young, Marley Rodriguez, where they outlined the programs for you. They outlined your programs for you. You heard what we expected of you. And at times you had questions, even at that early stage, of what you expected of us. Your first academic year, new programs, meaning new software, new classes, new collaborators, doing projects with people you've never met before. Feels like kindergarten all over again, but with a lot higher stakes. You learn new software, you got hands-on work with gear, whether you're in the studio and audio or music, or you're in film with cameras and sound. Your first academic year. Then Act 2. Most traditional Act 2s are a little bit longer than Act 1s because there's what we call more progressive complications to challenge that lead character in your story. What were yours as you think back on your second academic year? You might have been introduced to new collaborators because the first ones, maybe you guys didn't see eye to eye. And that happens. It happens in the industry too. Your second academic year, you might have felt stronger in what you were learning. You might have felt confident, and maybe you went out into the workplace and worked. You might have had to step away to take care of family. You might have had to step away to work more for a little bit and then come back to your studies. Your second academic year, Act 2. And then Act 3, your third academic year. I hear from students all the time, it flew by. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe this is it. Your third academic year, where we prepped you not just in your third year, but hopefully from day one to get ready for Monday, for your careers. You met with career development. You're going to hear from Steve Longo later about that. Your careers are very important to us. Your education has been rooted in a foundation of progressive education that will get you ready for the workplace. Sequels. How many Hollywood movies have sequels? Quite a few. Quite a few good ones, and even sometimes some not so good ones that still made lots of money. Because money is important. Success is important. Your careers are your sequels. This is how I like to look at it. What will that look like? What does the job landscape look like? You have chosen a very wonderful time to be in college. I can't dance to that one. That's techno. And as my daughter knows, I can't stand techno. You have chosen an interesting time to be in college because while you were in college, at least in the film industry, there were strikes. There was an actor's strike, there's a writer's strike, producer's strike. Things were being negotiated. AI was being discussed. Hopefully that dust has settled. And I'd like to speak about AI for a second, because AI can be a great tool if you know how to use it well. AI is just data. It's just information that a computer gathers and spits out. But what an AI does not have is your brain, is your heart, or your personal stories. There's no way that has that inside that. There's no way that can kick out anything close to your personal stories, your dreams, your aspirations, and the things you want to share with the world. Some of our students have gone on. We had Spotlight Week. Anybody show up at some of the Spotlight events a couple weeks ago? A few of you came to the Spotlight events. It's where we honor our alumni. Some of our Spotlight past winners, past honorees, I should say, give back to the school, have been nominated for Emmys, nominated for Golden Globes, won Academy Awards. Philip Blade, I love to tell the story about Philip Blade. He won an Academy Award for production sound for the show Sound of Metal, if anybody remembers the movie Sound of Metal. 3 people turned down the job. 3 people read that script who were asked to do production sound, and each of them said no. Philip read the script. He said, I love this. They said, what's the budget? They said, $2 million. Now he realized why 3 people turned it down. But that $2 million movie got him an Oscar. And we're very proud of that. Will that be you next? Will that be you? Will you be our next Grammy winner? Will you be our next Emmy winner? And even if you don't, that's not the goal. It's nice. It feels good. But the goal is to work. And what does the landscape look like for work? Full-time, part-time, independent contractors. What will it be for you? We can point you in the right direction. But it's you and your attitude that gets you hired again and again. I've thrown out a word from my vocabulary, the word networking. Because even though it happens, and it should happen, and it's a tentacle business, you should meet people and keep up with relationships. But giving service It's opened my eyes to this when we had students from our group do Academy Gold Rising. Giving service, doing jobs for free. I did jobs for free. I emptied trailers. I was a PA for years. And then 3 years later, with not knowing anybody in the business, somehow I ended up in a studio office pitching for a movie. It can happen. Doesn't happen every day, but it can happen. Your jobs and your careers, your work ethic that got you here today, your work ethic that have you wearing a cap and gown today, carry that with you when you leave. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. We have created this, and you have helped us create this. Do you remember the surveys you've done for the last 18 months or 3 years or 3.5 years? Every month we ask students to do surveys. We build programs with students' input. It has helped us shape and sculpt every course that you guys have taken. And thank you for that. It's that collaboration that you want to carry into the future. All your successes that got you here today, we are very, very proud of you. But we will continue to be part of your successes of tomorrow. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our president of the Los Angeles Film School, Tammy Elliott, and she has a message for our graduates and their families today.
Hello, graduates. I'm Tammy Elliott, and as the Los Angeles Film School's president, you must know that this is one of my favorite days. I'm so happy to be here with you today, and we are all so very proud of you for successfully completing what you set out to do, and that was and is to pursue your passion. Against all odds, you leaned in, remained focused, adapted, and stayed the course. And here we are, celebrating you alongside of your family and loved ones and in support of you and your dream. Many of you have longed for a time in which you could create something meaningful with purpose, something fun to bring joy into people's lives, or something true to promote a deeper understanding. You now have the tools, you have the language, and you have honed your craft. Now, we talk a lot about the changes in technology, which has altered the way that we create content and consume content, and no one can argue that fact. But there's another way to look at this. Throughout all of the technological advancements, there rings one fundamental truth that has never changed, and that is, even though the tools may change, or the channels may expand or contract, there'll always be a need for music. A need for art, a need for a story, and a story told in many different shapes and forms, through film, through video, on a stage, through animation, inside a business proposal or a pitch, in the words of a script or a song. And now more than ever, our planet is in need of your stories, your creative, and your vision. Now, I've spent the better part of 3 decades in the higher education arena, specifically higher education devoted to the entertainment and media industries, and worked alongside thousands of graduates and industry professionals over the course of those years. I believe that in addition to the one fundamental truth that there will always be a need for creative, I have also come to learn that there are a few fundamental truths in the pursuit of your career, whether it's your first step or your next step. As you move into your tomorrows, know that your path will experience constant external forces of change. A response to change that I would recommend to you is to continue to learn your craft throughout your career. Always be a student. Change with change. Your ability to adapt and to continue to learn will be one of your superpowers that can sustain your career. Secondly, because these industries are driven by passion and creativity, it is also no doubt that competition will be present. A response to competition that I would recommend: show up, be prepared, and work hard. You've already evidenced to us that you can do that because you're here today at your graduation. Continue to do so. Your work ethic can be the difference in whether you receive or do not receive that next call. And finally, in a creative environment, an environment that holds someone's dream, but oftentimes requires a crew to materialize that dream, people gravitate toward others not only looking for a certain skill set, but sometimes just as important, a certain connection. And a connection often begins through mutual respect, authentic dialogue, and a kind spirit. A response that I would recommend to you in creating connections is be kind, take care of each other, collaborate, and share. We are here for you. The partnership and fellowship does not end here. It actually moves into a new chapter with your Los Angeles Film School family, your fellow classmates, and the alumni community at large. And don't forget, your career development representatives are standing by to partner you in your next steps in the pursuit of your career. You are our family, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations. And now it's time to announce the graduating class.
Hello again. To help with the conferring of the degrees, I'd like to invite to the stage program managers Marley Rodriguez, Heather Blackmore, Jessica Young, Nelson Ocampo, Albert Mata, and our star instructor, Jay Zabriskie. Ladies and gentlemen.
Graduates, please rise. Graduating with an Associate of Science in Audio Production, Breon Willis. Graduating with an Associate of Science in Music Production, Darren Barajas. Alan Carlos. Tansy Sidian Newell. Sean Sims. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Audio Production, Elijah Beckwith, cum laude. Ranger Norton, summa cum laude. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Entertainment Business, Kenneth D. Johnson II, summa cum laude. Sarah Joseph, summa cum laude. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Film Production, Nyla Abram. Anthony Bilderback, summa cum laude. Zachary Chen. Vanessa Figueroa. Junior Ruiz, cum laude. Joel West. Graduating with an Associate of Science in Audio Production, Tommy Nichols. Karsten Porter, cum laude. Graduating with an Associate of Science in Music Production, Trayvon Bishop, cum laude. Corey Butler, summa cum laude. Mark Allen Infusino, summa cum laude. Sami Parker, summa cum laude. Norihiro Shiotsu, cum laude. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Animation, Patrick Rowe, cum laude. Emilio Ledesma Villaseñor, summa cum laude. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Digital Filmmaking, Richard Bernico, summa cum laude. Alfonso A. Charles, Jr. Antonia Paris, summa cum laude. Verrett Taylor. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Entertainment Business, Ashton Enoch. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Graphic Design, Joshua Sinclair Cruz Diaz, magna cum laude. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Music Production, Daniel Mackey, summa cum laude. Jade Plymel. Noah Spring. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Writing for Film and Television, Jason Odo, summa cum laude.
Congrats, grads, and And as is our tradition here at the Los Angeles Film School, may I please ask all the graduates to rise and face your family and friends and loved ones. It is my honor to bestow your degrees with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left, the side closest to your heart. Congratulations to the graduating class of September 2024. Graduates, you may take your seats, please. It is now my honor to introduce to you our Career Development Specialist and Manager of our Film and Entertainment Business Program and Career Development, Emmy Award winner Steve Longo. And Steve is going to welcome you to the next step of your journey in our alumni community. Steve.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Thank you, Michael, for that introduction. I am Steve Longo. I am here to represent Career Development. I'm the Manager of Film and Entertainment Business. And on behalf of our entire team, my boss, Angelius Shepard, who's the Vice President of Career Development, and my team who's here, 20 members strong, I have an important task this morning. I'm very excited for the very first time to welcome you all into the Los Angeles Film School Alumni Association, which as of today, with this graduating class, is over 15,000 members strong. Okay. So before we close, my job is to tell you, if you don't know us, I know a lot of familiar faces and a lot of our team is here. And I have a special message to the parents too, so pay attention. So Career Development is a very fancy name, but it is about 20 people who are career professionals, some of whom graduated from this institution. And we're here to help you with networking and job opportunities. We're gonna meet you after this ceremony. We have a table and we have a very special gift for you guys who showed up. We're happy to give you for the first time your alumni card. So you'll be handing in your student ID for your alumni card. So what does that mean? So very specific, there's a 2-page script here my boss gave me, but what I like to say, we're people who care about you. And as you may have agents already. Many of you, I fully expect, will have agents. And as Mac Terluccio knows, because he was one of those 10%ers, you'll get the privilege of paying them 10% of your salary. But until that happens, we're here for you. And we're not going to spoon feed you the job, but we're going to give you all the tools and resources. So parents, and I think Michael mentioned, have a good time this weekend. The work begins on Monday. And if you're thinking, well, what the hell does that mean? This is what's so cool about the school. Monday morning, September 30th, 10:30. So for those of you in the room, that's 10:30 Pacific time. For those watching at home, you can join us on Zoom. Me and 10 of my colleagues will be on Zoom giving you a list of job opportunities. And I don't know about Michael and Charlie. We didn't have that when we were in school. So this is a tremendous opportunity. So for parents, whoever's paying the bill at the end of your celebration lunch, remind your graduates that, guys, 10:30 a.m., there's no reason not to be here. The work begins 10:30 tomorrow. So hopefully that gave you a good explanation of what career development is. After the ceremony, we'll be at a table right where you guys joined in the other building. But for now, that concludes our ceremony. You can leave on both sides, but please stay, take pictures. There's great photo ops at that big sign outside. We'll be there at the career development table to take more pictures. Parents, thanks for coming. Families, thanks for coming. Congratulations, and we'll see you Monday at 10:30.
Just move on up toward your destination. Though you may find from time to time complication. you cannot slip. Just move on up. For peace you find into the steeple of beautiful people where there's only one kind. So hush not, child.